Got to do nothing. You the past, bro. My time is now.
I used to wake up every morning feeling like the world was waiting to break me. Every corner, every headline, every face, another test. Another reason to keep my fist tight and my heart guarded. But I ain't afraid anymore. Not of pain, not of loss, not of death. Because somewhere along the way, I realized all the things that tried to destroy me were really trying to teach me. Pain was never my enemy. It was my reflection. It showed me who I really was when everything else got stripped away. You don't know who you are until the lights go out, until you've got nothing left to lose but your soul. That's when you meet yourself. That's when you stop pretending. That's when you stop running. I learned early this world don't give second chances. If you waiting for mercy, you'll die waiting. You got to create your own. They told me I'd never make it. They told me I was too angry, too raw, too black, too real. But I was never built to fit inside their boxes. I was built to break them. Every word they threw at me like a bullet, I caught it, melted it down, and turned it into poetry. Pain was my ink. Struggle was my rhythm. And my heart, that was the beat that kept it all alive. See, when you live through the fire, you stop fearing the heat. That's what they don't understand. Once you've been burned, once you've lost everything that made you feel safe, you start to see clearly. You stop chasing comfort. You start chasing truth. And the truth hurts, but it also heals. That's why I say pain is my medicine, because it made me conscious. It made me see through the lies. It made me humble, but it also made me unbreakable. I used to think I had to fight the whole world. Now I know the real battle is within. You can't change the world if you're still hiding from yourself. So I stopped blaming, stopped pointing fingers. I turned that anger inward and used it as fuel. I told myself, if the world don't love you, love yourself louder. And I did. Every scar became a story. Every loss became a lesson. Every night I almost gave up became proof that I was meant to rise. People talk about peace like it's a place you visit. Nah, peace is built inside the chaos. It's when you can look at your demons, shake their hands and say, I see you, but you don't control me no more. That's peace. That's power. You see, I came from pain, but I ain't staying there. I carry it like armor now. It's heavy, but it protects me. Pain taught me compassion. Pain taught me patience. Pain taught me how to see beauty in broken things. When you've been at the bottom, you start to appreciate every breath. You start to feel everything deeper, the joy, the sorrow, the silence. You start to understand that being alive is the real victory. They call me angry. They call me reckless. But they never saw what I survived. They never heard the prayers I whispered in the dark when nobody was listening. They never saw the battles I fought in my own mind just to make it through the day. And that's okay, I don't need them to, because I know who I am now. And who I am is someone who refuses to die quietly. Pain used to scare me. Now I welcome it like an old friend, because pain tells me I'm still alive. It tells me there's still something worth fighting for. It reminds me that I can still feel, still love, still rise. I ain't numb anymore. I'm awake. And when you're awake, you stop letting fear drive the car. I used to pray for easier days. Now I pray for stronger shoulders. Because life ain't supposed to be easy, it's supposed to be real. It's supposed to shape you, test you, break you open so the light can get in. That's what pain did for me. It cracked my shell so I could finally see my own soul. And once you see yourself for who you really are, nobody can take that from you. You can strip away the fame, the money, the name, the respect, but if I still got my truth, I'm rich. I seen people with everything, but they dead inside. And I seen people with nothing, but their eyes still shine like stars. That's what I'm chasing. Not perfection, not approval, just truth. Because truth is the only thing that survives the storm. Sometimes I think pain is God's way of talking to us. Like he's saying, you still here, you still breathing, you still got work to do. And I listen. Every heartbreak, every betrayal, every loss, it all added another layer to me. It stripped away the ego, the noise, the fear. It left me with something pure, gratitude. Gratitude for the struggle, for the lessons, for the strength that came from being broken. See, fear feeds on control. The moment you stop trying to control everything, fear loses its grip. You start flowing. You start trusting life even when it don't make sense. Even when you bleeding, you keep moving. Because movement is healing. Standing still is death. And I ain't dying yet. I know people out there feel lost right now. You trying to make sense of your pain. You trying to figure out why life keeps hitting you harder and harder. But listen, the pain ain't punishing you, it's preparing you. You're being built piece by piece into someone who can carry more, love deeper, and rise higher. Don't curse the process. Embrace it. Every tear is a seed. And one day, you'll see what you thought was breaking you was really planting you. I ain't here to tell you life is easy. It ain't. It's a war between who you are and who you're afraid to be. But once you step into your fear, once you look it dead in the eye, you realize it ain't as big as you thought. It was just waiting for you to face it. I used to be afraid of failing. Now I'm afraid of not trying. I used to be afraid of dying. Now I'm afraid of living without purpose. And my purpose is simple: to speak truth, to inspire, to remind people that they still got fire inside. Even when the world goes cold, you can still burn bright. They tried to silence me, but silence don't scare me because real voices echo forever. They tried to erase me, but energy don't die, it transforms. And my energy is still here in every person who refuses to bow down, in every kid who picks up a pen instead of a gun, in every soul who chooses love in a world built on hate. That's legacy. That's immortality. Pain gave me that. It gave me a reason to speak. It gave me the voice of a million people who couldn't find theirs. And that's why I'll never regret my scars. They're the proof I lived. They're the proof I kept going. So if you're hearing this right now, I want you to know something. You're stronger than your worst day. You're bigger than your fear. You're more than what they said you were. Stop waiting for permission to be great. Stop waiting for someone to save you. You are the savior. You are the revolution. You are the light you've been searching for. When they doubt you, smile. When they betray you, forgive. When they hurt you, rise. Because every time you rise, you prove the system wrong. You prove that love still wins. You prove that pain can't kill the spirit. I'm not afraid anymore because fear is a cage and I already broke out. I'm not afraid of being alone because solitude made me whole. I'm not afraid of the dark because I carry my own light. And I'm not afraid of pain because pain is my medicine. Pain taught me how to heal. Pain taught me how to feel. Pain taught me how to love without needing anything in return. Pain taught me that peace isn't the absence of chaos, it's the courage to stay calm inside it. So yeah, I've been hurt, I've been lost, I've been betrayed, but I've also been reborn again and again, stronger every time. I've learned that the only real failure is giving up before your story's finished. And my story, our story, it ain't done yet. The world's gonna keep testing you. It's gonna break you just to see what you made of. So let it. Let the fire come. Let the pain hit. Let the storm rage. Because when it's all over, when the smoke clears, you'll still be standing, maybe bruised, maybe scarred, but alive. And that's enough. That's everything. So I say it one more time, loud, proud, from the depths of my soul. I'm not afraid anymore. Pain is my medicine. And I'm alive. Still here. Still rising. Still me. And that's all I ever needed to be. They say I'm too loud, too honest, too much for this world to handle. Good. Because this world been lying too long. It been silent while people suffer. It been comfortable while brothers and sisters starve for truth. I ain't here to whisper. I'm here to wake people up. See, they want you to think survival is enough. Keep your head down, stay in line, don't make waves. But that ain't living, that's dying in slow motion. Real life is when you look at your reflection and recognize who's staring back. When you stop performing for everybody else and start living for yourself. They told me to forgive the system that tried to crush me. And I did. Not because the system deserved it, but because I deserve peace. Forgiveness ain't weakness. It's the strongest move you can make. It's saying you hurt me, but you don't own me. It's cutting the chains they put on your mind. But forgiveness don't mean forgetting. It don't mean accepting. It means choosing to carry wisdom instead of weight. I learned something powerful in my darkest hours. Your enemy ain't always outside. Sometimes it's that voice in your head telling you you're not enough. That whisper saying you should quit. That fear disguised as being realistic. Kill that voice, because it's lying to you. You know what they're really afraid of? They're afraid of you discovering your power. They're afraid of you realizing you don't need their permission. They're afraid of what happens when you stop asking and start taking what's yours. Not with violence, with vision. Not with hate, with purpose. Not with anger, with action. Every revolution starts inside one person who said enough. One person who decided their pain had a purpose. One person who turned their wounds into weapons of change. Be that person. I look at the kids today and I see myself. Lost, searching, trying to figure out if this world got a place for them. And I want to tell them, the world don't give you a place. You create it. You carve it out with your hands, your heart, your refusal to disappear. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting until you feel ready. You think I felt ready? I was scared every single day, but I moved anyway. Because courage ain't the absence of fear. Courage is fear that learned how to pray, then took the first step anyway. Your story ain't written by your circumstances. It's written by your choices. Every morning you wake up is another chance. Another opportunity to rewrite the ending. Another moment to prove that yesterday don't control today. I came from nothing, but nothing made me hungry. Nothing made me fight. Nothing taught me that everything I need is already inside me. You got that same fire. You got that same hunger. You just got to stop drowning it with doubt. The ancestors didn't survive slavery, oppression, and violence just so you could give up because life got hard. They passed their strength down through blood, through song, through stories. That strength is in you right now. Honor them by refusing to break. Honor them by standing tall when the world wants you on your knees. Honor them by turning your pain into power. I ain't saying be perfect. I'm saying be present. Be real. Be unafraid to fall because you know you'll rise again. This life gonna test you in ways you can't imagine. It's gonna take things you love. It's gonna push you to edges you didn't know existed. But here's the secret they don't want you to know. You're already enough right now with all your flaws, all your mistakes, all your broken pieces. You don't need fixing. You need remembering who you were before the world told you who to be. That kid with the dream, still alive inside you. That fire that made you want more, still burning. Don't let nobody extinguish it. When they try to define you, reject it. When they try to limit you, expand. When they try to silence you, roar. Because your voice matters. Your story matters. Your existence is an act of resistance. I'm not here forever. None of us are. But what we leave behind, that's eternal. So what you building? What seeds you planting? What change you creating? Make sure when they say your name, it means something. Make sure your life stands for something bigger than yourself. Pain is my medicine, but love is my mission. And I'm asking you to join me in it. Not the fake love they sell you. The real love that demands justice. The love that protects the vulnerable. The love that speaks truth even when it costs you everything. That's the love that changes the world. So stand up, dust yourself off, look that fear in the eye, and tell it, I'm not afraid anymore. Because you got work to do. You got people counting on you. You got a purpose waiting to be fulfilled. Now go claim it.